I begin the praise, praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sending salutations to Prophet Muhammad and his progeny. It is wonderful to be in Mombasa. I come back to Mombasa after 45 years. The first time I came to Mombasa was on January 26, 1971. And I'm so happy that this time round, it was a little bit less eventful, because last time I came to Mombasa, when I woke up in the morning, I learned that President Obote was no longer the president of Uganda. Idi Amin had come over. That's how I actually came to Mombasa. And I never thought I'd be returning to this beautiful city. It wasn't really for Dr. Laka. And I think he wanted to take a revenge on me, because I actually kind of endured him, which came last year as we kind of traveled together to different parts of Tanzania. So it is really wonderful to be here. And, I hope that we are able to work out these technical issues so that it will be easy for us to have a decent conversation. I'm very encouraged to see good attendance from the female portions of our community here. Oftentimes, I speak in male audiences, and this is really very important that we are actually including everybody in our discussions. And thank you for all coming today. I know your time is valuable. I hope whatever few things I have to share might be useful for us to build a sort of relationship as we work together in times ahead. Basically, on this mobile device, they're really shifting to a generator. I think we can keep going without the PowerPoint presentation and whatever it is, because I think the most important thing is to share the thoughts I've got. When you think about it right now, today we live in a world which is really very rapidly shrinking. If you look at the mass transportation systems and mass communication systems, they're making our world to be a very, very small place. Just imagine that this is the year 1850 or 1860, right? In those time frames, if one of our grandparents, great-grandparents traveled from India to come to East Africa, they would have to endure, very arduous journey in the Indian Ocean. Hopefully, they would come on swords in very, small wooden boats, and many of them, suffered hardship. And showed up here, but they had a very adventurous spirit in them. They actually had this spirit of actually going beyond their own horizons and discovering new places. And it might have taken them quite a few days, months to be here, to East Africa. And just like when you look at our modern day, can you imagine I've been flying from a continent, America, to Europe, to Africa, back to Europe, and back to Africa here, all in a matter of 1 week, right? In just a matter of hours. So these mass transportation systems have enabled us to shrink this world, right? To be able to traverse this world within like 24 hours, you can be around the globe, from one part to the other world. And you're able to create this new cross-cultural relationships, right? To people of different backgrounds, different beliefs, different ethnicities, different educational backgrounds, and social status, and so forth. The other thing, if you think about the communication systems, I had a nice foil, and unfortunately I have to rely on myself now rather than the foil, which is always a good thing. If you ever went, for example, imagine this is like the 15th century or 16th century United States, right? It will not be uncommon that you might be seeing smokes in interesting forms where people were using to inform a Native American tribe will inform another Native American tribe of some danger or something happening. And they were using those techniques to have their wireless communication. Right? And today, every one of us will actually have a device like this, right, in our pockets. And we use this to stay in touch with friends and family. And thanks to WhatsApp, so I can be talking to many people all at the same time without any hassle. I may not use this because
the system will not be defined or not defined. Obviously, that's not defined. Obviously, that's defined. Defined. Yes, defined. No, not defined.
So, see, this is what I was trying to say earlier. Basically, our grandparents named it now I had. You know, various things. Today, we fly around in a matter of hours, we can be from one continent to another continent. Right? This was a scene that was not uncommon in North America, where people would actually inform others of dangers around moving around. And today, we have a cell phone tower, we have cellular devices that keep you in touch. In fact, one of the other things that we have, one of the problems we have today, we have language barriers. Right? You know, why should we be connected to a person from a different culture, different geography, right? Oftentimes we cannot really communicate. Not so much a problem in Kenya because we can speak Swahili and Indian languages and English, but let's say you speak to somebody from China. How would you do that, sir? This barrier, we talk about distance barriers and communication, the language barrier is also being actually addressed. I'm show you what's going on. This is a video together. Simultaneously, the translation can take place in another language, and you can hear it in his own voice in another language, right? So we are really even crossing the language barrier, right? Now, these things are really changing our world, and I thought that let's sort of take a moment to review the 100-year march of technology. I'm going to start here in the chart. I'm going to show you that how when the technology was introduced and how long was the adoption cycle. The cell phone technology came around in 1900, right? It's way more than the adoption cycle, right? The thing that's unique about this stuff, the technologies we are seeing recently, like the internet or the mobile phone, the adoption cycle is much, much shorter. Right? Look at the example, the cell phone coming in the 1990s, the mid-80s, and look at how sharp the curve is. So this is the technology is enabling, with this transportation technology, communication technology, software technology is enabling and changing our world. And this change is really what's enabling a lot of opportunities for us. Right? We are in an incredible period of human history whereby there's more and more opportunities enabled by human progress in many different dimensions. And the question really is, how are we going to thrive in this world of ever-expanding opportunity? Information revolution, right? Today, if you look at it, in my background, it's mobile solutions, social technologies, disruptions, right? And they are enabled by devices that are pervasive, that are driven by services in the cloud, and they count on ubiquitous connectivity in the form of wired networking or wireless networking. And what I predict is that the interpersonal barriers that we have because of culture or language, also they will over time evaporate, they will go away, and it will lead us to a world that's more cooperative, meaning we will compete and we will cooperate. And despite what we might see around the world in terms of doom and gloom about terrorism and all this kind of stuff, right? I believe the world is becoming a better place. The world is becoming a better place because we are seeing people from different cultures trying to relate to each other. And one of the things they have to struggle with is that in this world of cooperation, how can they go beyond their island of comfort, right? And build bridges to other islands. Right, so we have this global information, global society. And you know, look at this thing here. This is a picture that you see on the left side of the village in India. And although this village does not really have plastered walls, right? Doesn't have a proper roof, but they have a cell tower, a satellite thing. Right? You see this thing on the right side, another cell tower. And you know, Khaki and I say this information society, which is open and inclusive. It empowers everybody to be a knowledge professional, right? And these people who are knowledge professionals will serve to improve the human condition. That's the opportunity. And Khaki is all over the developing world. We see the antennas, we see the satellite, they're sprouting all over the landscape, right? And we can see this immense thirst of connection. And we, all of us, have the opportunity to show we are listening. We're listening to who? We're listening to the poor people. Of the 7 billion poor people, 3 billion, they pay a poverty premium. Let me give you an example. You know, I think it was in the month of March, Dr. Langa, when you, Langa and I discussed about a possible visit to Kenya, right? And so far, I've not paid for my hotel accommodation, I've not paid for my transportation, I've not paid for many things that I've just taken for granted. And here from Seattle, I came to Dubai, to Dar es Salaam, back to London, via Amsterdam, and back to Dar es Salaam and Mombasa, and I've not paid a penny from my pocket. Right? And all I was able to do is by sending email messages and by making WhatsApp calls or speaking on the phone. This is Jawad, right? And I, alhamdulillah, am able to do things and pay for things if necessary. Imagine Saidi, who lives in a remote village in, say, Rongo, somewhere outside of Kisumu. Imagine if he just wants to travel to Nairobi, right? He, before he even thinks about it, he's already incurred a lot of expense. And he can already have the experience, and before he can actually make it even to the train station or whatever it is, he's already had to have money, and before he even asked, where are you going to stay, and all this kind of stuff. That person is paying a poverty premium, right? He's got little access to the resources that we take for granted, right? Imagine there's a farmer who actually has a really precious crop. He wants to go sell this crop, right, to a market. Maybe the market in this town or that town. It's a very important decision to make. Then am I going to take market in this place or that place? And if he makes the wrong decision, he will get the wrong price for his produce. Right? If it's oversupply, then market supply and demand will dictate that he doesn't get enough money. Right? If it's undersupply, he might look out again. He makes important decisions like this for his livelihood, right? To middle access. So these poor people are paying a premium for their property. Now, why does this connect with us? Because we have the opportunity to make it better. Right? If you look at great corporations in our time, whether it's the company that I work for or companies like Google, they become successful. Why? Because they enable to unleash the potential of the humans who actually need a service. When you want to sell your merchandise, or you want to be able to be professional, companies enable lots and lots of people to show their skills. And by doing so, they become major corporations very, very successful. I hope the point I'm trying to make is clear. Okay? Our opportunity in this world of reduced barriers is to serve the unserved. It is to serve the unserved. It is not really serve, it is not to serve ourselves only. This is a better way.
Is it better or not? Okay, we'll try this. So I think, clearly this is an opportunity here. What are the opportunities? We all agree that basically people have to be educated. People have to know. Education means to know. You're already informed. Right? Education is to be a birthright for everybody. My mind says anybody who is a part of life should have the right to learn assessments. Right? We know that people can only go get educated if they don't have to know. Right? Basic healthcare is a necessity. Right? A small little thing, they really make you more. Right? And the best investment we can make in terms of our money, our time, is to invest in health. And certainly, we want to make sure that everybody has the right, the opportunity to earn a living, an honest living, without really being exploited, without really being extorted. Right? These are the opportunities. And then you can if people want to focus on education, you want to focus on health, commercial opportunity, I think we will be a long ways ahead. And therein lies our potential. Therein lies our potential. For example, I had an opportunity to meet with the Minister of Education of Tanzania and with the previous government of Tanzania when they came to Washington, D.C. Microsoft people wanted me to meet with them. And I had a chance to listen to them. They said that in Tanzania, they spend about 17% of their gross domestic national product on education. GDP. They had about 5,000 secondary primary schools. About 1,000 secondary schools. One of the biggest problems they had in that was that the number of teachers they needed for their school was not sufficient to be able to train everybody. Why? Because of HIV/AIDS, because of lack of candidates, whatever it is. Now, if the country like Tanzania does not have enough teachers to teach their students, right? Those people who make it to school. So I'm not even talking about the school, the kids who cannot make it to school. Now these are people who make it to school. They don't have enough teachers. What happens? They don't have enough teachers. They cannot compete in this global or participate in this global economy, right? And the nation of Tanzania will not be able to get its developing status. They become a developed nation. So this is an opportunity, and I think we know that information technology around the world can make a difference here. Right? This is an opportunity for us to say how can we enable multi-dimensional and adaptive education. Whatever you want to do, today we just don't have to limit ourselves to textbooks. We can use many other forms of educating empowering knowledge. Like you don't have to have template education. We have customized education. I can tailor to how a person is learning because every child is different. Some people have cognitive skills that are more reading oriented, some people more vision oriented, right? So we can do all those things. We create new ways to distribute content. Educational content is not going to have to just only come through written textbooks. It can be through the internet, maybe in different ways. And this, when we use these new ways of delivering content, not only we are environmentally friendly, we don't destroy more trees, we actually can use technology in exciting ways. Now, online tutoring is another is an example of creating a one-stop area. I suggest you do this slide more. This is a very interesting thing. They will teach language skills. Let's say I will teach somebody Swahili in America. I mean, the best way to teach this person to Swahili in America is to connect him up with a Swahili teacher in Tanzania. I would say Kenya. Kenya Swahili, we know it's not really more, right? I'm just joking. I know Kenya's Swahili is very good. Mombasa especially speak very good. So the point is that these people put each other with. Easily put that person in touch with the native speaker in the language, and I can teach that language. Right? And if I would teach somebody German or something about history in Tanzania, right? I think we just a teacher in Tanzania. Teach about history in Tanzania, that's history is not really some lessons from the very first way really feel about it. You know, and I'm just giving you those examples that are less sensitive. They're more sensitive examples that could be. We also see institutions like MIT, right, opening up the courseware. A lot of the courseware for institutions like MIT Harvard is open, online, and free. So now, world-class quality education is accessible to people in the community, right? For more advanced organizations in our communities. Institutions like Yahoo Candy can take advantage of all this online courseware, open source online courseware, and bring it to the masses in Kenya so the Kenyans have the opportunity to participate in the global economy just like any other person in America can. Right? And of course, you know, we have examples of people doing great things. And I know you know about it, right? I mean, this guy, I will show you a video here. This guy had a very simple problem. This problem was, how can I teach my nephews and my nieces, help them with tutoring, their day-to-day development, as well as you do.
Welcome to the presentation on basic initiative in August 2017 in Arkansas, their religion declaration. The process is called photosynthesis. I was during my lessons in the league, and I couldn't go away with the other song. Started with the song for that, but it was all on nation. He's taken all this material and broken down into little trouble. I used myself to write some of the things I felt like, but it was sort of after we came up and we got to talk about where does he go now? How can my foundation help him? So this reading connected up with the other readings that went on in the internet. What to me is in whole purpose to work. Anyone who wants or anything, you can go there and start basis, progress as hard as you can go, get feedback, get assessments, get practice, and eventually I want to actually become the operating system for what goes on in the classroom, where every student's level from a basic teacher more of a mentor or a coach. So I see some concepts in here, an overall movement, and use technology to let more and more people learn things, know where they see them. It's the start of revolution. All the videos are all free, openly accessible. www.language.org. Thanks to huge contribution. Everybody should check it out.
This is a very good example of what individuals saw the opportunities of the connected world, right? And he started teaching his nephews and nieces some nephews with homework. And little did we know that faculty of one is educating millions in a variety of topics around the world. Now, there's a lot of things that we can do, and everything's free, it's open. We can initiate that into this content. And this content be accessible to everybody in Kenya. So even the schools, they don't have to teach it, they can get it from learning these things. Right? And how can we do that? How can we take this content, maybe you want to change the model of teaching so that instead of having a teacher teaching students, the students are teaching themselves and the teacher becomes a mentor, a coach, right? Flipping the model, right? And in fact, if I look back in my life, the best teaching that I've done is really learning on my own with somebody helping when I get stuck, not somebody teaching me. Because we are our own teachers. Allah has given us the ability for us to teach ourselves. Right? And this person is from Bangladesh. Right? What is the most they want? They come up with great ideas. The last time we saw that was Mohamed Jawad who started this microfinance. This was a Fed fund manager, right? And he was not happy with his life. And that's what he's doing right now. And by the way, this video was from a few years ago. It might be a better video like this. But we can take this content and translate this into something. Into underlanded or that are needed, right? We can actually equip the classrooms with computers and the internet and the power. We gotta have those things. We must have power for mathematics. And then we can have the student teach themselves. We can figure out the teacher of tomorrow is not necessarily a teacher, but a coach or a mentor. We can have the fellow students in the classroom who are more advanced, be coaches to the next advanced students. This is an amazing thing. We can eradicate illiteracy in our lifetime. We can do that. This was not possible. If you ask my grandfather coming in from India in whatever year was, 1860, he was born, one of them was born in India, but then in India. If you ask them, they don't even think about it. But today, we can do this. This is in our country. In our life, if we have the will, if we have the love. We'll talk more about it later. So, let me move on to talk. Healthcare. We're so happy that Mr. Nasser, who is the CEO of Mombasa Hospital, is here, right? And he can tell you a lot about what it is to administer good health. You know, I want to tell you a story because rather than preaching from impractical examples, it's much better for me to make my point by sharing you case studies. Because cases are proven, so I can make my point by just sharing you what I know. This is an organization based, I think, in Seattle, also in the West Coast of America, and they wanted us to be working Mozambique. And this is an interesting picture here, right? You might see this picture in the remaining parts of Africa. But the important of this picture is that when you have a vaccine, let's say this is a vaccine against the polio vaccine or something like meningitis vaccine, when it leaves the factory, it is pretty conditions, but by the time it reaches where it reaches the business, it looks like a car. Completely damaged out, right? So it cannot be delivered. These guys actually look at the problem so that whenever vaccines come out, they go to a regional store and they go to a district store. So now they go to the coast region, right? The coast region is from Mombasa. And then from Mombasa, they will go out to health centers in Likoni, in Niamey, or all the places that are better, because it's better. And you know, this requires coordination by many people, right? And you need to ensure consultation, you need to make sure that the vaccines are there, when the healthcare bureau is there, you need to make sure that you records and stuff, that you don't use with the wrong things or whatever. It's a pretty complicated exercise, logistically important, right? You can ensure the delivery, you ensure the person, you make sure the critical care. And so they use the information technology to develop and implement effective management information system that enable them to deliver this. And in the process, they found out that one of the problems was, there was no good refrigeration. Because if you don't refrigerate the vaccine, by the time it gets there, it's like that car, not usable, right? It could be broken. So they usually, improve services. You see that the vaccine coverage went from 68 to 97%. They reduced the cost of immunizing a child, right? And health of the world vaccine reduced 80% to 1% level. It was so good that they actually had the Ministry of Health adopt the system, and then it was scaled nationwide. Now, in the previous slide, I talked about this idea. What happened here because they found that there was no gas, there was no refrigeration. They needed gas to be refrigerated. But there's no way to distribute this gas. So they did the whole industry, right, on how to bring propane gas to the combustion and Mozambique. And in the process, they actually were able to create a bomb system. But this was a foundation, right? It's an NGO. And the key is that they run into a problem. The foundation is coming to this work, but it cannot be that level. Right? The foundation can come and can help you at that point. And then the money runs out. What you want to do is you want to make sure that the adoption curve for mass market is taking off before the foundation money runs out. If you don't do that, you lose the value of that, you go down. So only hard work and management if you yes. So this was an example of the healthcare. I've seen so many examples in Tanzania where child will come in and they have to have the neck amputated, right? Or they have because of tetanus. This is a problem we solve.
Right? All they happened was child was going to school and they stepped on metal and they didn't have this immunization and they're condemned for a life of disability. This one child was feeling like her mind. She was a very brilliant child. She was a doctor. Right? I saw her beautiful teeth and my heart bleeds right now when I think about this case. She is now in a disabled school. Why is she in a disabled school? She should be in a disabled school. Or she didn't have a learning disability. All she's got is she didn't take this test. We can do that. And God is going to ask us, what did you do? What did you do in your lifetime? What did you do to improve the mission of the people? What did you do? Right? We don't, if we can take care of ourselves, we don't need as an obligation. We don't. Let me tell you a story here, another story of the farm. This is something that I came across in 2006, when I came to Nairobi, and the CEO of Alpha Foundation, Arif Nekki, asked me to go visit projects in Zanzibar. So I actually traveled to Zanzibar, and this was a pretty, Zanzibar is a special place for many of us, a special place for myself, because my grandfather was born in Zanzibar. And when you go to Zanzibar, Zanzibar is about 30 minutes flight from Dar es Salaam, an hour and a half or so by seafood. You go to, this is Mount Medina. When you see the right side of Mount Medina, she and a farmer, you go to this one. And we sit down with her, that's my colleague, who went to the left side, and we were trying to understand the situation, what was going on. She was a part of a Shirika La Warabaka, our water easy, eucalyptus, something like that. Growing cooperation of women to grow eucalyptus. And she makes eucalyptus oil, see in the hand. So we were talking to her and saying, hey, what is it that you do with her? And she says, I want a computer. What are you going to do with the computer? She says, I will gather. I said, Allah Akbar, I will gather this woman. We don't have, we want to go for education. She knows. I said, why do you want to gather? I want to gather because when I go sell my mafuta in the market, I get, people don't give me a full price. But if I have a Google, I can sell my own oil and I can supply to any part in the world and I'll get my fair share of it. Wow. Right? It touched my heart. So by the way, this I will share with people at Microsoft. Right? I said, this is the opportunity. You see, Google is successful. Why? Google is successful because they help people like you. Right? Google is not successful, they don't become billionaires because they don't help people like you. Yeah, this is what it is. Anybody who's successful in life, it's not because they're cheaters. Because cheaters only have one day to live and they're gone. But people who make a really difference in society, they succeed. Allah nature, God's nature is big. I want people to do my work. And Allah doesn't want to do each one of us. So, what are the dynamics of success? Clearly, we cannot do it on our own. We need many things to come together for this to happen. Number one, we need good laws, good policies, right? We need to be able to do business. One of the challenges in Africa and other developing countries is there's no good policies, there's no good laws for people to be able to operate freely without getting harassed by police or by TRA, revenue authorities, by people corruption. This is not good. We have to engage people. I mean, why do people deserve certain things? Because the basic compensation structure is not right? The conditions for doing business are it's too hard to do business. But I'll give you an example. During the Depression in the United States, when there was economic hardship, the people from the trade communities, they approached the business leaders and the civic leaders. They said, why don't we come together on a Thursday morning and let's have a breakfast, a prayer breakfast. They started in Seattle. And since the time it started, there's never been this Thursday when it has stopped. We, all of us, can engage our leaders, and our ministers, and our business people. Let us pick the day, whatever day it is, but let's have a prayer breakfast. And let us share the stories of the breakfast. Yeah, we might start with child and we might go on other things, but let's start a breakfast. Right? And say, look, these are the problems of the world. These are the issues of the world. Let's change the policies to do that. Right? Because everybody has got a part of compassion, because it's how God has created us. God has created us with compassion for everything. Even if I see an animal or an insect down there struggling, my nature will tell me I want to protect them. We have this. We can say, oh, we can fix this difficulties that are there. If traffic police arrest me because he knows that they only do that because he doesn't have enough money, right, to pay his bills. Not because he wants to do this. He knows it's not the right thing to do. But have we had this open discussion with this whole world? And that's what we like. Let's pray for him. Hopefully, this is graduation. Then, oftentimes, we don't think well about doing things. So let's really develop programs or proposals that have sound commercial sense, right? Because something that's not sustainable will not sustain. Something that does not really pay the bills will not really last long, right? I'll give the example of that and death. Right? One thing has to be there all the time. One has to be there. We have to also do things that make sense. In society, for today's example, if you remember, there are two countries, Nigeria and Pakistan, for example. Those are the two countries where they don't eradicate polio because they've already approached the immunization program in a way that makes sense culturally. They think that this is a Western conspiracy to make them, population control. But let me engage with the leaders and communities to make sure these things are coming together. Not for reasons, because that technology works, right? I'll give you an example that electricity coming in, there's no refrigeration, because homes problem, and society is big problem. So, the next success is that you don't say, okay, this is my idea, we're going to walk to all angles, addressing all the stakeholders, all the challenges we've got, to come over the electricity. So I want to share with you some ideas or some experiences about what does it take to succeed. Right? For us to succeed, first of all, we have to rise to the challenge. I'll give you examples of one, right? One person say, I will rise to the challenge. I'll give you example of that person, right? The village outlook. There was an example of organizations they do this technical method. Right? And there was this case of Khadija, right? She grew sometimes. She tried to challenge. She's talking with people. We tried to challenge. We have to really get out there and talk to people to understand their issues, to understand their needs, the opportunities we have, the challenges they face. Right? Because without going out there in the field, doing this, we will not know what's going on. We will not know what's going on. Once we know that, we must show passion. Right? When you actually do something with passion, with love, it will become the labor of love, and it won't be become work. Many times we do things because it's a job. Nobody wants to do a job. But people want to do a mission that people do love. I mean, I'm here because I love to share something. Like I love to talk over here instead of like because I love it. There's something to share here. And we have to, when we are focused, when we love something, and we have to drive. We know that this is going to succeed. God has guaranteed success for us. We don't have to take it from anybody. God has guaranteed success if we're going to help God's creation. This is guaranteed. So we have to be tenacious. Right? We don't give up. Right? Because once we have faith in God, we will have the courage, we will have to do the things. We will be able to have the courage to fight. Who can I have no practice with? Let's sit down and talk why can we solve this problem in Kenya, for example. Right? We would actually be able to recruit people and inspire others to join the mission, because our mission is their mission. Right? It's not unique to us. Right? In the world, we don't have material poverty. There are more resources in Kenya than Kenya can use. Right? What we have is spiritual poverty. Spiritually we are poor. When we are spiritually poor, we will be materially poor. And we also have the community to know that we are not always right. We will always improve. We will not elevate. We will improve. And we will only learn when we communicate with each other with clarity, with humility, with transparency. Right? And we will know that there will always be decisions we make. Right? I mean, it will not always be our way. So we have to be a very clear way to prioritize. And when it comes to prioritization, it is about prioritizing the organization first. Prioritizing the people who will serve. Next, prioritizing, because if there's no organization, we can't serve, right? Once we do organization, we need to know we're serving some consequences. Let's go and plot them out. And then prioritize the initiative. Meaning, hey, if I'm doing polio eradication, so I'll do that, right? Rather than going out doing something else. And then the team. And then if I do in that order, I take care of the organization, I take care of the initiative and the team, then they'll take care of me because I'm a valuable member of the team. Right now, our priority is in first. Hey, I will take care of me first, right? And you never get to it.
You know, I think we also have to hold ourselves accountable. Accountability is key. Allah says, "Inna Allah la yughayyiru ma biqawmin hatta yughayyiru ma bi anfusihim." The mission of the community is to change, to recheck ourselves. Allah is asking us to hold ourselves accountable to ourselves. We have to be aware, you know, that we have to walk our walk. We have to be truthful, honest, hardworking, all these things. And we must also enjoy. And I really liked yesterday when I was watching the last hospital, Mr. Nasser, we got him after all this hard work. Every Christmas we come party, we decided to recognize people. It's really important to have fun, right? Because it's all work and no fun is not the way to do it, right? So, you know, I want to conclude here. Let's open up, you know, the floor here for questions. What is it to success? And I think, you know, success means, you know, first of all, we have to really, you know some limited knowledge. We have to really have the passion to love what we're doing. We have to really have the will. You know, I may love something, I may know something, but if I don't have the will to do it, I can let it happen. Then, you know, by doing, I also have faith. Right? Faith in whom? I have faith in God Almighty. I have faith in myself. I have faith in my community. You know, think of this Islamic Trinity. Allah, me, everybody else. And the only way I reach Allah is when I serve anybody. What is Islam say? Worship God, serve your fellow human being. Ibadah Allah, right? So we do that. We have faith. When we have faith, then it will happen. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helped Prophet Muhammad and then help me? If my sincere dedication is the same as Prophet Muhammad, why? It would be unjust. Why would he help Jesus and not me? Right? Do we have the same level of commitment? Do we have the same level of devotion? If we have the same level of devotion, then Allah will not us guarantee. Otherwise, Allah will not care. And then, you know, hard work is important. Right? One of the things that I always like to remind myself when I feel lazy is that, look, I have today, I don't have tomorrow. Yesterday is gone. But that work hard is now, not yesterday, and not tomorrow because I don't get it. Right? If I do something, I must work hard now, then there's no. Right? And I have to do the best I can do. I can say, yeah, I wasn't successful because I did not know. That's okay. But to say I was not successful because I did not try, that's Allah, that's punishment. Right? I did not do it. And I think when we work hard, we should not forget that our hard work is to improve the human condition. Is to improve the human condition. And that's what we are. If you look at human history, the world is getting better and better and better. And I want to show you one thing that I think you will find nicely to what I'm trying to read.
So, here we go. First, the life spread, life expectancy, from 25 minutes to 75 minutes. And now here, an actual question. Income per person, 400, 4,000, and 40,000. So, down here is poor and sick, and up here is rich and healthy. Now, I'm going to show you the world 200 years ago, in 1810. Here are more numbers. Human problems stay away, today's green, and South Sahara milk, and the American yellow, and the size of the country model shows the population. In 1810, it was big crowded out there, wasn't it? 300% of the world life expectancy was below 40 in those numbers. And only in the UK, the middle was like the all. Not much. And now, prices are the world. The Industrial Revolution makes companies in Europe and elsewhere move away from us. But the now we stood up to show the impact of the First World War and the Spanish flu epidemic. What was the And now I see that in the 1920s and the 1930s, and in spite of the Great Depression, Western countries forced to think about the death. Japan was out the fight war, but most countries stayed on the end. After the tragedies of the Second World War, we stop a bit to look at the war of 1948. 1948 was a great year. The war was over, Sweden choked the medal tables at the Winter Olympics, and I was home. But the difference between the countries of the world was wider than ever. The United States was in the top, Japan was catching up. Brazil was way behind, enormous region of the world, but still national countries. And the Asian giants, China, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Indonesia, they were still forward in economy. But look what is going to happen. It will get, in my lifetime, former colonies gained independence, and then fighting nations to get healthier and healthier and healthier. And in the 1970s, then countries in Asia, Latin America, started to catch up with Western countries. They became the emerging economies. Some Africa followed. Some Africa was like war and others hit by HIV. And now we can see the world today in the most up-to-date business. Most people today live in the middle, but there are huge differences at the same time. We live in the best of times and the worst of times. And there are also huge inequalities with income. These bubbles show country averages. But I insist, take China, take the state in your provinces. There goes Shanghai. It has the same wealth and activity to it. And there is the 49 provinces for a show. It's like action. It's like split it further. The rural parts are like only Africa. And yet, despite the enormous disparities today, we have seen 200 years of remarkable progress. That huge historical gap between the West and the West is now closing. We have become an entirely new converging world. And I see a clear trend in the future. Trade, green technology, it's fully possible that everyone can make it if they have the one record.
You know, what you can notice in the video, you pick China, you show China is 40 area, it's not high, and then 40 high. But you know, we can take this example in Mombasa. In Mombasa, there are people really very good. People down really good. So I'm saying, you can take this example in the the question is, and I want to conclude this, my presentation today, is what variables do you have? Okay, we got an opportunity to speak to you today. If you have any questions, comments, thank you. For collaborating,
It's also true to say that education really was part of every individual. It's also true. And I think at my time we need to be proactive and make use of all these tools that are available to be of now. I now open the floor for any questions that anybody wishes to ask Mr. Khaki.
The clear evidence to Kenya's development, the society that we live in, is the courage of corruption stemming from human beings and only associated with people. What would you advise people like us who are in this group, who are either involved in the support of the national mandate in any way, how do you, what would you say to us in order to, achieve the idea?
Yeah, I think I addressed this earlier, I'll repeat myself. Basically, I'll give you an example of Seattle. In the time of Great Depression, there was this unemployment and economic hardship. So the big leaders of Seattle, the invited the civic leaders and the business leaders, or paradise. I would say, that which I understand, like, regular problem that we would like to see, like bread breakfast, that's the HI, right? Or Friday, Thursday, what it is. And start with it. Ask me to do simple things. And have this piece of like, for example, yesterday, I'll show you an example. I went to this one, and there was this girl. And she said, I'm not going to school. Why? Because my uniform is torn. And when I go there, people see my private parts and people love it. And the teachers stop me from coming to school. Right? What do you do with this now? And people in the prayer breakfast, then the story is a story that her wife, their mother, was 7 kids at the left hand hospital. Right? Because we were not able to afford or pay it, whatever it is. And this is okay, how many people in this situation? She says she doesn't have enough money to pay for the ascari. She doesn't have enough money to pay for the uniform. Right? Clearly, she's working or not working, because her grandmother was working, not working in Saturday. Yet people in Kenya didn't have a lot of money. I mean, all can't get the police less than 90 when we're coming from Nyali, right? Police want instructions, and he wants the money to give something to a child. Well, why is he talking? He's talking because he doesn't get the son. He's talking about breakfast, prayer breakfast, have representative your AP, your Bunge is there, your father is there, your imam is there, right? And your business is there. This problem has been solved between great leaders on morality and corruption, between the laws of the government officers, between the business people. Our this girl, the one who don't go to school, it's not her dignity. She's not dignified. I mean, the dignity question is for us. That this person cannot go to school because she doesn't have anything to go to school, right? And that's a good reason. And I think when they get into corruption, ask the police officer something, why do you arrest people from Europe? Well, I was in Tanzania, leading the driver that somebody was there. And I asked him how much you make. I get everything for money in minimum wage, $125 a month. But he said, how much you make? I said, I think $30 a month for my no wage back for $1 a day. Right? $1 a day is easy. 100 cities. And then I spent 30,000 on breakfast, on a meal. Right? And by the way, if I eat meal in China, I spend to see. I only have a meal. Breakfast and everything. And the third thing is that I share 30,000 cities in my to pay rent. Right? 90,000. And then I send 35,000 cities to my father every time. Right? And basically has 155,000 cities done. So this is why I contemplate, I have no savings. I hope I can save some money in my clothes. Well, clearly, when you sit down like this, the pay structure does not make sense. Right? It is not the government's responsibility only. Right? The government should have minimum wage. There's a minimum wage. Right? It is not moral for a business person not paying this person to get this money. And it's moral for the failure when I go listen to a Juma khutbah. Right? As long as there's poverty in my town, my city, the imam of the mosque is not telling me to do something about the poverty. The imam is playing the responsibility. If this imam is saying dirt in the garden, it is not going to the khutbah. I don't care about the politics of Saudi Arabia. I don't care about the politics of Iran. They can take that in Saudi Arabia. There's nothing to do with it. Right? They should talk about fighting poverty here. It's not everything. If I go to a Juma mosque, if I am one of attending the mosque, and the imam doesn't speak about it, and I don't raise the question, shame on me. Shame on me if I don't want him. Why do you want to talk about the person, this person in here, and you don't go to school, you don't know. When you don't in the community, or if you don't come out with one city, a person, right, and you're 300 people coming here, but you can probably solve. In one room, one city, a person. Right? You know, there was a time, if you go to the very big understanding, when Muslims were out there, people used to go to the mosque and they used to put money in the offering. And the people used to meet to take the money and there was no money running out. The British in Turkey, the British were told, hey, don't come here, people are poor, you don't need anything. It's a story like this we hear. So my point is that, you know, let us not disempower ourselves, because Allah has given us the power, more power than anybody else can give us. Right? We have to find the courage. And the courage will only come to your people. Anything you don't feel, you don't feel. Any comments or questions?
Now, probably this is all mine because I had a previous study and probably use the curriculum to expand posting. What your advice is, in many cities, they talk there that everything is a small one, education is at the touch of a button. You have courses, Microsoft courses, available in India, for example. Is it necessary to go to the US there, the exposure, get a good education, or the education available in your center? It's just
I think it's a very good question. The question is, where should I go for education? I think that, this is it. I actually go to education in Korea, in India, in Karachi, and in the UK. And, there are very good schools in and I learned a lot. But, also the thing is, I learned more from my peers than I learned from my teachers. And I think the opportunity there was a little to me then, working there, but it's not that. One of the first one that I talked about is clear, how can we, everybody goes to whatever. I think, that's on my personal study and something else. Now, you need to get accreditation. I'm not familiar with the level of education in Kenya, but I have to be in the country schools. For example, they take pride in 70% of their high school students graduate to go to university. So it's high school education development. In university education, I think, we have to get practically university. We can only afford $40,000 a year, $50,000 a year each going to their very few Americans are doing this. This is a long period of concept. Okay? We're going to find cost-effective ways to get this education. And I'm saying that, I have not done a survey on this thing, and I think that there are people, I'm sure, career counselors in your community who are much more in tune with what is officer, and then their guys giving you that counseling. But I would say this, and I think that with education, we need to make sure that our children are learning science, math, IT skills, reading, writing, all these very basic education that is very good. We learn how to respond. It should not be a boring thing, and we have the ability to do that. We have to encourage success rather than failing. We help build this self-esteem of children. And amazing. I think also those people who are really bright, they have a lot of options. And you can apply for scholarships in various organizations, both nationally and internationally. But there's a lot of options available. For each case, I think we have to be on a case basis. Engaging what the student wants to do, what resources that family is available, which part of the country they want to go to, what scholarships are possible within the financial status of the family.
a tremendous impact on you as a leader. Maybe someone will message you why God is so an impact you have. Or my second question is hiring.
I mean, I think it's a very hard question to say if a person would say that you didn't impact, right? It really is maybe one person who impacts one person in that way. I think that if my mom, my dad, my brothers, my sisters, my friends, my teachers, many teachers, my work colleagues, all of these people who make me had a benefit from my life. The person who impacted the most in my life is myself, for bad. The person who would help me is me, and would hurt me is me. I think coaches all along the way. And I think I'm also inspired by the promise of Imam and all the things that are on the story. And I think there's many things. So that will am I hired? Well, I mean, because you want to get it. I actually, who is not going to hire for time, but obviously there's opportunity. I think that we are always looking for people. I'll tell you a project that let's talk about some of this. Which you asked question, right? I think we need to stop playing victim. Right? I mean, hey, is that no, when you get the point of view of this, you want to feel the 20 mile right? So if you're a point, you put ourselves, we are not quite right. And one of the problems that we have is we don't media, we don't good Islamic media, Muslim media, especially from perspective. Obedience, terrorism, regional, so one opportunity is there is for us to work with world-class transparent, accountable media. Like how can we create a media ability to speak to the conditions of the people who are in desperate conditions? How can the media ability invite humanity to do what is capable of? So, rather than to serve corporate interests. How can the media really encourage reform in society? Because the media that we have right now, we live in Denver, and outside, we're wondering, and the difference is not effective. So how can you do the media? So if you have somebody who basically knows how to create a world-class media, it's great. And we don't even start big, we start small, right? We can look at the program. Like in the program, we talk about issues that we have in community. Like we talk about the opportunities we have in our community. We talk about hardship, oppression, whatever. Small media that would be to heart of many people. You get somebody who is really passionate, who loves, who will life, and I'm sure this person will love to succeed just like you get to the world that should become a media company. Who is more than the world? Because we've been doing the things, we've been doing videos. That's one passion point for me. You know somebody who actually wants to build a life of media for the people, to fight for the suffering of the world. That's great. The second thing I think is really program for see, I think that, by the way, it's not even it's being served off instead. But it's specifically the Quran, I think it would be great to create an initiative that will enable people to develop a relationship with the Quran from the cradle to the grave. There's so much misunderstanding about a book that is inspired so many people throughout the century that continue to inspire a book that says we don't need anybody to prevent us better ourselves. How can we enable this project, the open source project, where we can enable anybody in the world to want us to understand their language? It starts teaching confidence, right, and making it fun. So rather than go to Microsoft and actually get like this, let's make something wants to learn social media. How after I came, you want to show the power, and I say, look, you don't worry about the camera. If you worry about the camera, worry about the power. All the stories can be fixed. You don't need to form, it's not form. You can. I'll give you one example of the lesson. The story of Miriam, the story of Yusuf. How can they do that as a communication? You don't need to present it to our students. So they when they read the Quran, they know what they're reading. Right now, they read the Quran, they don't know what it is. Right? And then they invite people to take a view so that they won't stop formation everything to the Quran. Right? Basically, a lot of relationship with everything. So if you ask me if I didn't, are you looking for people? About 5% are looking for like-minded people who want to work on these projects. And then let me also do business. You don't know about business, but I will give you an example. But the process of media is very easy. You can have some PC funding, but the media is always successful with for advertisement and generate economic amount. This is what they does. But in Quran, if you look at 1.5 billion Muslims, 1.5 days, 1.5 billion, let's say 1% of the Muslims people want to support the Quran. Let's say 15 million. Of that 1.5 billion, 1% of those guys should give $10 a month. That's $15 million a year to support the Quran. But I know the money is there. I'm sure that if I ask anybody in India, you give me $10 to support the Quran, they will do it. Plus, I can also get paid and ask parents, hey, give me $100 for your money to your child, that 10%. Go ahead, and they will $100 right? Rather than they shoot people on this horrible system of the Hollywood movie, you get the Quran. Then I can say, okay, let's say teaching the Quran. We can also all the Bilal teachers, we all have centers, and it's great. And there's 200 people in Europe teach Quran. We have Skype information, they do good translation. And I've been asking them, and then they say $10 an hour, it goes on the development and we keep doing it. So I know people know this Bible, right? If you have people who are passionate, who know about someone, they say, listen, I can give you Quran, let's go.
I would like to go for a student section, not necessarily to share what we want to do.
No, when I first started talking to the conversation to the partner microphone, first thing that came to my mind was the baby that is an unfortunate years old. Then I started with 5 persons 20 years ago. 20 years is a long time, that's a lot of experience. And I knew that this was going to be something worth attending. And I mean, wow, like, it's so nice to know all the last things that technology can do, like eradication, literacy, and healthcare, and education, and all those kinds of things. And technology plays a huge part in our life, and that's okay. That commonly has told us that one must live according to the time. Of course, making sure that you're living based on your teaching of the Quran and your religion. And but it's important that we don't let technology take over our lives. We have to do this in the right way. And like Christian Landry said, the technology is a useful servant to a nature master. So, and like Mr. Khaki said that a person who helps people make a difference in people's lives as one of the trees they see. That's something that I learned in today's session, that we have to try and use the technology that we have to help people. And lastly, thank you so much, Mr. Khaki, for the very wonderful work. And I'd like to thank the organizers program for organizing the program, and led by Mr. E-Mimbar, the guests for attending, the ushers for their services, and lastly, Mr. Johnny for the amazing sport, for starting this children's excellent practical.